and welcome to 7 5 Hour Studio live on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining me and my two other co-hosts today. I'm Stephanie Jennifer CZT21, and I'll be joined by Debbie New CZT18 and Susan Yo CZT Asia 2. It is the 11th of May 2022 today, Wednesday, and it's quite a cloudy afternoon today. And we're going to spend the next hour and a half tangling together and just hanging out and enjoying each other's company. So while we set up, why don't you take out some of your own art supplies so that you can tangle along with us if you'd like. Hi Susan, hi Debbie.
Hi. Hi.
Yeah. So we have some materials in front of us. We hope that if you're joining us, you're tangling along with us. You'll be taking out some of your art materials. Yeah. Recording of this session will be made available on our Instagram at 7forests5rivers. And we always feature the prompts found on the 7F5R Challenge group on Facebook. You can go to this link or search 7F5R Challenge directly in the search bar. We also have a YouTube channel. If you prefer that format, you can go to youtube.com/c/7F5R Studio. And all of our Instagram live sessions will actually be listed there. Yeah. If you'd like to follow us, Debbie can be found at tangle.pursuit. Susan Yo is at susanyo.czt. And you can find me at halfpen_wilddraw. Shall we start by sharing what materials we have? Susan, would you like to go first?
Yeah. I prepared the 3Z tiles in tan color, but I think in the screen it looks like white.
Oh.
Okay. Then there's a brown and black micron, and also the white jerry roll. Yeah. I stand by 3 because it's quite small, so I'm not sure if, let's say, I can finish earlier, then I can start the second and third one.
Then you can use an app to go and make them a mirror image. Then you'll be 3 and 3 become 6. Wow.
Yeah.
Very good. Debbie, how about you?
Well, I'm thinking of doing a colored tile, but then I'm actually struggling to find one that suits my purpose today. So I may or may not use a colored tile. What about
What's the
you?
alternative? If not a colored tile?
Well, if it's not a colored tile, I probably use like my project pack. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I have a few here that I'm deciding on. Somehow doesn't feel right to use today.
Oh, feng shui problem. I'm using a round tile tinted using Lindy's Gang Magicals. This is Carnally Burnt Orange with Showstopper Copper and Glitzy Gold. So lots of fun different colours in it. And then we'll see what we create today. Susan, would you like to share with everyone what's the string for today's session?
Oh, we discussed that the string will be
actually Debbie is the one
initial,
that chose it, right? Debbie, you want to share instead?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we kind of missed Mother's Day, right?
So sad, right?
Hello. Yeah, so we kind of missed Mother's Day. I had an issue with the sound for a moment. I think, so we kind of missed Mother's Day. And I was thinking whether we should do like a tile that honored the mothers in our lives. Right? So I have decided I shall do a black tile and a colored tile.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically the string today, right, is either your mom's name or your mom's initials. Yeah, so I think because I have two mothers in my life, or rather more than two actually, but I have a birth mother and I have a stepmother and then I have a mother-in-law. And then there are other ladies whom I regard to be mother figures in my life. So I am thinking that either you can spell out your mother's name, like so. For example, my mom's name is Doris, so it's Doris, and her initials will be DES. So I can actually put in all three of her initials, DE and S, or I can put in a D. And then my stepmom's name is Janice. So Janice, and then her initials will be LL. So my mom-in-law's name is Margaret. Her initials are K, and I actually don't know her Chinese name, although I'm sure she has one. So I don't know the rest of her initials.
What do I write on my example?
Whatever
Because
you want.
everyone's mother's different name. Okay, I will use the first
Just
and
put,
last letter of the alphabet.
yeah.
Okay?
I can't help this guy.
Yeah, man. I have to have like a fake name.
Put your mom's one lah.
Okay, I put N because that starts with A.
That's not your mom, what?
That's my mother-in-law, yeah, but just
Yeah, you should start with your
pretend.
mom.
We pretend.
This woman.
And
There's a reason why it's Mother's Day and not Mother-in-law's Day.
well, can be your other mother, you know.
Yeah, but first you should remember your own mother. How about that?
Oh, I should have written a small J, not a big one.
I feel sad for Jonito, wherever she is.
Well, I'm making a towel for her today, yo.
Johnny, look at your daughter.
You this nonsense. Susan, you leh? 你的妈妈的名字
My mom's her Christian name is Anne, same as Stephanie, mother-in-law. Yeah. Then my mother-in-law, her surname is Chia, so it starts with Chia, C.
Oh.
So just like when Debbie mentioned about their initial, right? Yeah, actually my mom's her initial is triple C.
Wow.
So
Wow.
Chanel plus one more.
No, her surname is Cheong. So the other name is also start with C. So okay, this is AC today. So today I must finish 2 cheesy towels so that it's complete.
I thought you said you're doing 3.
That one is just
Extra.
backup in case, extra. Initially, I want to do 1 only.
The two is must finish.
Yeah, the 2 now become must.
Well, you can also do it for yourself, what? You're also a mother, what?
Oh yeah. Okay, so the third one is for S.
Yeah, Susan, you.
So
Good
funny.
idea, what? Then you have 3 ma. 2 very weird leh.
Yeah. Why weird? Okay what?
3Z, for 3Z, I think 3 is nicer.
2Z. 2Z.
I can put it in this way, so 2, 3Z, okay. It's like a diamond shape. I know you say that lazy.
Yo.
Want to cut 3 to 2. Okay.
Okay, so today's featured Tangle is Amianne, which is this week's Tea and Tangle Tangle of the week, I guess. It's not really Tangle of the day. So you can go to 795R Challenge on Facebook, the group, and you can find out in advance what tangles we'll actually be using for these weekly live sessions on Wednesdays. Monday is a different story. Mondays are traveling tangles. Yeah. So Amianne is drawn inside of a seed shape. So you're going to want to draw the initial seed shape first. Then after you've drawn that seed shape, you're going to draw a line going upwards, doesn't quite touch the bottom. And then from here, you add a smaller seed shape inside of it. And then I like to think of the next step as you're drawing a heart behind this seed shape. You can think of it as kind of like a flux kind of shape. And then from here, you connect it down to that initial first line. Yeah, you can of course jazz it up, add extra details to it. You can of course change the shape of the little leaves that you have. So maybe I want them all to be pointed leaves. That's fine
It looks
too.
like Del White.
Yeah, Debbie say everything look like that.
No,
Everything I draw look
everything
like
that
that
she
one.
draw. Yeah,
Poor
yeah.
thing.
Recently. Why?
I don't know. Then another thing that I thought of was that you could have them.
Why is it poor
Yeah.
thing though?
All same, not nice, ma.
Then like that
Okay,
is poor thing.
let me finish my sentence. You have it drawn in a linear fashion. So you have your Amianne. I almost said Del Y. Your Amianne
Yeah, it
growing
looks like Del
one.
White, right?
No, no, it doesn't. Then you can have little flourishes growing out from it.
Like that even more like Del White.
You can have it be radial shape. So you have the initial stalk and then you continue drawing it. Or another way would be you have the leaf shapes drawn first and then you fill them in after. I think I have an example that I did in one of my sketchbooks where it shows the radial version. Hold on. Here we are. So the radial version. So this is 4 leaves, 4 seed shapes. And then I added giraffe solo, I think it's called. And then I added MIN as a little fragment behind it. Yeah. Those are different ways you can draw the tangle. Up to you to explore possibilities. So if you just joined us, hi, hello. We are using our mother's name or initial as a string today, and we're using the Tangle Amianne. So, Debbie, have you chosen the specific colored tile
What?
you'll be using?
Yeah, it's on my table.
Are you going to do an embedded letter?
I'm not so sure, but can you see
Yeah,
my
because it
string?
looks
I
like
think
the
it's
start.
very fit.
Cannot see,
It's
yeah.
very, yeah, I think it's very fit. And also the angle of my camera is
Also,
fixed at this
the
angle.
mica also. The mica makes it difficult to see. Very
Yeah,
shiny.
so the colorful tile actually is my biological mother's tile. And then the black and white tile is going to be my stepmom's tile. I don't think I have time to do 3, but we can try.
Try.
So for my mom's tile, I have the word Doris, the entire word, as a string. I'm not sure whether I should actually ink in the string though. Yeah, so I haven't decided on that. But my stepmom's tile, which is the black one, has her initials JL. So I'll probably see what I can do with both. Probably very different styles. Yeah. I have this feeling that Susan Yeo will finish very fast today.
Because of the 3Z tile.
Ah,
Stick around and find out.
Very good. So should I prepare the 4th one?
oh my goodness. I don't know. We'll see how it goes lah.
Is it going to be like a set, Susan?
I don't know. Excuse
Looks
me
like it
for a
could be,
while.
right?
Looks like what? Sorry?
It looks like it could be a set.
Could be, yeah, it could be, yeah.
Yeah.
But it would be nice,
So
as I said.
so the white jelly rolls that you brought yesterday?
What? All spoil.
my old gyros decided to work.
So it's what? I got a replacement already. I don't need you. No. I can work.
So I have like 7 white gyros in the house.
All of them decided to work.
No, I haven't tested the gyro hands yet, but all
Okay.
my 08s are working now. Like literally all my 08s are working now. So I
So
have
it's
like
just
7
they were in a mood.
jelly rolls. I don't know, man. I don't know what is it. Yeah.
So fun.
Yeah. So do you think I should hand in my mother's name like on this one? Because this one is like it's like initials like. Then if I
but
don't pen it in, right, I got
they
the
will
feeling
get
that it will
lost.
just disappear. Yeah.
Very embedded letter kind of feeling to me.
What? The coloured one or the other one?
The other one. But I
I'm
guess
not
it
talking about
depends
that one. I'm
on.
talking about the coloured one.
Well, you can try. Or maybe you can do like one without one with, then see how different they turn.
Or maybe
Turn out.
I turn the O into a gemstone.
Also can.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah, good idea.
That's a great idea. Yeah. I also have a circle.
I think
Maybe
my
I
mom would
steal
like
it.
this towel actually. Yeah. My mom used to like pinks and florals.
Oh,
Very
so
unlike me,
巧.
right?
Yeah, very unlike you.
Yeah. Steph,
Yes.
can I see the step outs to the Tangle again?
Sure.
Because I don't know why I keep thinking of Del Y.
That why. Stuck in
Yeah,
that
so
one.
it's a problem. Yeah.
Stuck in that. I draw the wrong
So
one.
I'm going to draw the wrong one. Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you. Is it very noisy on my end?
No, still okay.
Because there's like so we have the fighter jets and then
Yes,
they are
wonderful.
cutting the grass.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
How come my place also the same? The
Yeah, I don't
cutting
know what is
grass.
going on. Yeah.
Today
Singapore
is a
very
good
small.
day for
One estate cut the grass, all estate cut grass.
Give me a moment. I think I need to switch off my phone. Someone is texting me and then it's coming in a flood. So give me a moment.
What kind of day is it today, man?
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm back. Let me just zoom in again. Oops. Peace and quiet at last. It's like so much going on in terms of noise here today. And then on top there's the flurry of text. Yeah. So Steph, should we start on the questions?
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
Was it too quiet and peaceful for a while? Was it?
Too
too
quiet.
peaceful.
Such a place too quiet.
Actually, my Amianne looks like crab. You know the crab claws, like the pincers.
How to look
Yeah.
like?
Then suddenly I'm hungry.
Yo,
It's your fault.
want to eat 螃蟹. But you cannot eat 螃蟹. You cannot eat crab.
Yeah, I cannot. So it's your fault.
So poor thing.
Okay, let's start with an easy question, okay? Very easy question. Since we are
Do you
already
like
on the
crab?
topic of food.
You are the one who started the food today.
For once, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah.
see I cannot
Trying to
meet them, so I
assimilate.
join them, right? Yeah,
Yes.
since you all are like that, so I learn. Yeah, I evolve also.
Learn all of the
Yeah.
rubbish.
But it's a simple question, right? Okay.
Okay.
So,
Mm.
do you prefer apples or oranges and why?
I got answer for this.
Of course lah, everybody will have an answer for this ah.
Oh, how months ago, I might not have any opinions on the matter. Recently, Debbie introduced me to this type of apple called the Pacific Rose apple, and it's so sweet and nice. I really like it. And I used to never like apples. I used to always prefer oranges, but then this apple, is nice. It's good. I like it.
See, you
So
see,
yeah,
we speak her language, right? She's very happy to answer the question.
yes, I got already answer.
But I also found a very sweet orange recently. How?
Huh.
Should I then introduce
Then
you and
introduce.
then
Yeah,
you will
yeah,
like orange again and not apples?
yeah, yeah. Take turns.
But why do you not like oranges? I mean now.
It's not like lah, but it's just right now I really like the apple. So every time I go to the grocery store, the first fruit that come to mind is usually the apple. I will check out whether they have Pacific Rose apple.
So why do you like apples then? Because don't I mean
Last
previously you
time,
say you don't like
last time I don't
apples,
like
right?
because I think the apples that I always pick were very tart. You know how like different apples for different purposes, like potatoes and then like potatoes also. Some are for mashing, some are for frying, some are for baking. Yeah, then I think apples also is different. So some are more sour because it's meant to be like it's supposed to cut the sweetness of a dessert recipe. Then some are harder so that when
Yeah,
you
but it's
bake
fake one
them,
eh. You put so much sugar inside.
yeah lah,
I mean,
dessert
you know,
mah.
like a normal apple pie, right? You know how
Ah
much
yeah.
sugar it goes inside, and then you try to cut using the
We
apple. I mean, it's
we,
like
we
a
don't think
don't
about
put
it.
so much sugar lah.
We don't think about it.
So you have to eat something to minus something, whereas if you just don't put some, never mind. Okay, yeah.
I don't know I don't know the science behind it lah. Yeah, but
Of what?
anyways,
The science behind
Pacific
what?
of baking lah. Like why
I'm
is
just
it that
asking
they
you what food you prefer. What science behind what? You just eat
yeah,
it. There's no
so
science behind anything.
so I
Put it
prefer
in your mouth.
Pacific Rose. I prefer Pacific Rose apples because
Very
they are
specific.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I was gonna say
all
why do
other
they call it
apples
Pacific
cannot. Ah.
Rose? I don't know, maybe I'll find one that I like.
It's just the breed lah. It's just the type lah. It's just like you know the green ones are Granny Smith, right? It doesn't mean that it's your
Mm-mm.
granny or the granny is called Smith. It's just Granny Smith apples ah.
Why is it called Granny Smith? Susan, do you know?
I don't know. I think the
Yeah, I
naming is
mean,
just like when we name
yeah,
our Tangle, just name it.
Anyhow
yeah.
only.
I asked the easy question. Now she's asking the hard question. Why is it called Granny
Then
Smith apples?
maybe someone would know. Someone can tell us.
You can ask the Mr. Google.
Okay, you all answer
Actually,
the question.
actually,
Yeah.
I always prefer. I think I always prefer apples because my dad had this obsession with oranges since I was a child. So every time when I go near him
Obsession.
at night, right, I will smell oranges, because he will eat like 2 or 3 oranges a day, like every night. Yeah.
So acidic.
Yeah, very acidic and very bad for the teeth. So when I lived with him, right, I always have very bad teeth, because I had to he will make me eat the orange also. So and then you eat and then you go to bed, right? So the acid is trapped in the teeth, And I didn't understand that until I was much later, like older lah. So because of that, I don't really have a good impression of it. Or rather, I don't really like oranges because when you are forced to eat something, after a while you sort of like go immune to it, I guess. Immune? Get sick of it lah, basically. Then another fruit that he liked to force me to eat is papaya. Then actually papaya is nice, but he likes to eat the unripe one. So it's sour and
Oh.
green. And you know the Thai papaya salad. Those are nice because it's seasoned with other things, right? But when you eat the unripe papaya, right, after that you feel sick, As in it sends me to the toilet because I will feel sick after that. Yeah, so I always associate papayas and oranges with them. And nowadays, so it took me a very long time to get over the oranges. But recently I found a type of orange that is very nice and very sweet and ideal lah, basically in my eyes, ideal for an orange. Yeah. It's called the Cara Cara orange by Sankey's.
Para orange. You dance for me.
Cara C-A-R. Oh my goodness. I will type it in chat.
You dance para for you. What do you think?
It's Cara. Cara
Kara
Cara.
Kara.
I know this is like the Hoya
For
one
the-
all over again, you know.
For those of you who are watching this as a recording, Debbie has just typed in chat in all caps. Kara.
Yeah, because she cannot read, my goodness.
It's a joke.
It's not funny. You did this to my Hoya also.
Goya.
Oh yeah.
And update on
It's a
the
Hoya plant.
Hoya is here
Hoya.
and it's labeled very cute.
No, there are 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't ask me what they are. I cannot remember. I can remember 2 lah, because I cannot remember their scientific names. But one of them is called Hoya Chicken Farm.
Hoya chicken
Hoya
farm.
chicken.
Yeah. Chicken farm.
Chicken farm.
Chicken
So cute.
farm.
Yeah, chicken farm. Then
Okay.
another one is called Hoya Black Dragon.
Black dragon. Is it the flower is the black color?
No, I think the leaves are quite dark green, almost black.
Oh.
Yeah. Then there's one more that so there are 4. We ordered 4 plants. Cost me a lot of money. Cost me a lot of money. We ordered 4 plants. And then they sent us 2 juvenile plants and 2 more established plants. So one of the more established plants had flowers last week, and then we caught the tail end of it. So the flowers will probably disappear by this week, but they will come back. Apparently they bloom annually, but I see a lot of different buds on this plant, so it might bloom again. I'm not sure. But the good news about this one is that it's mature enough so that I can actually prepare some cuttings for Susan Yo.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but it must be a while. I think it's not ready yet.
Mm.
Yeah, because apparently, right? So I didn't know this until I read up about Hoyas. That actually, right, the Hoya plant is very interesting. You can do leaf cutting. So you cut the leaf, it can grow roots. You cut the stem, it can grow roots. And then you can use seeds, you know. So it can germinate in many ways.
They're very
Okay.
good.
Yeah, let's come back to the question. Susan Yo, do you prefer apples or oranges? Went all the way to Hoyas and back.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
come back.
Is there any Hoya apple?
Aiyo.
Daniel
Aiyo.
in chat says soya chicken.
Soya chicken.
Aiya.
There's a Hoya chicken farm, soya
See,
chicken
this
farm.
team can never be serious one, you know. Yeah. And then this team always talks about food. Yeah.
Okay,
So-
my preference actually last time I prefer apple, but now I like both. And previously I don't like the green apple. I never eat the green apple just like that. But I'll use it to make the apple pie many years ago. I bought the green apple just for the apple pie. Then I found that it's very nice. Then recently, I think just last weekend, I bought a small green apple. Then I want to give myself a try. Then I found that actually it's quite nice also. And and Isaac like it. I'm quite surprised that he liked it because it is quite sour. But he's okay. Then always ask for the green apple. Mm.
Actually, there is a green apple that they sell at NTUC. That is
Mm.
actually very nice. Yeah, and it's not as sour as I think it's also a Granny Smith, but I think I
Oh.
think it's a sweeter version. Yeah, so I also use that one, but I still like the Pacific Rose lah. Mm.
Mm.
So to answer earlier question, Granny Smith is named after Maria Ann Smith. That's why it's called Granny Smith.
Why? Because she's very sour.
So bad.
I mean, what? It's a sour apple. It's not wrong.
she cultivated lah. It's like
Oh, then you should say that, ma. You didn't say, ma. So
oh,
then people assume that she's very sour. That's why they name you after
what
her.
thing? What thing? It's like what you know someone that
Why, poor
I'm going to
thing?
dedicate it. I'm going to dedicate it to the most sour person I know.
No, but the thing is that
Poor thing.
if one day you die, at least you got apple name after you. Haha.
For that kind of reason, don't want lah. Yeah, she's an awful person. I'm going to name it after her. Everyone will know how awful she is.
I didn't say awful. I said sour.
Sour, awful, same thing.
No.
讲酸别人. Yes, I will give the apple in her honor.
This is like naming tangles. Why
Yeah.
is the tangle name is away?
Oh yeah. Go yeah.
Hey, can you stop it? My flies are next to me. If they start dying, it's your fault.
Yo. Then really koyak already. For our international viewers, koyak means spoil.
Susan, you're cutting
Hmm?
depends on these.
Yo. Go Stephanie, stop it
You're
lah.
no cutting
衰仔啊.
Later no cutting for Susan.
Poor thing.
Susan. Actually, Hoya's got many, many types eh. So the ones that we bought are the slightly harder to find one. So it's expensive yeah. So Susan, you better stop her from saying all the horrible things to my Hoyas.
Okay, now Stephanie say I love you to the Hoya.
Yes. Please grow big and strong.
If
And
not,
don't
it's my
die,
fault.
全靠
otherwise
你
I'll get
了。
blame.
Then no sourdough.
Oh, so sad. Very unfair. Then Debbie buy the plant, spend so much money, spend so much time, and then I'm the one getting the sourdough.
No, not for you, because you killed the plant. That's
Nah,
what
so
you
if
did.
it leaves, then I get sourdough.
Susan?
That's the understanding.
Yeah.
So,
So mind your word,
Getting way out of topic.
Oh my goodness. You see, when we talk about food, right, you all got a lot of things to say. Then when we talk
It's
about
an
other
easy
things,
topic.
you all... yeah. Okay, I
No,
have my...
Hoya is the plant what. We also can talk a lot.
Yeah, but we started out talking about food, right? And then somehow the topic of sourdough came out, right? And then apple pie, and then dessert, and then Granny Smith. Yeah, all this is food topic, what? Then the
Yeah, very
Hoya
good.
is the
It's
extra.
good topic.
And healthy topic. All the fruits.
Okay, I have question 1 to 4 left. You want to choose or you want me to choose?
You choose
Okay, let's start with... Okay, let's start with a simple one, okay? What are 3 things you are grateful for today and why?
Today
Then yesterday, man.
Maybe yesterday got more to talk about. Now only midday only.
I mean, if you are grateful about yesterday's things today, then also can go ahead lah, I
That's
guess.
so cute.
I mean,
Yesterday's thing that only today think about.
no, but some things are constant what. Like Isaac is in your life yesterday and today, right? So you cannot say that only yesterday you are grateful and today you're not grateful, right? I mean, he's still in your life.
Yesterday awful.
Yeah, let me think
Who wants to go first?
Debbie wants to go first.
Why? Hey, hello. Hey, I ask you who wants to go first. Say yes or no only, right? Why is it Debbie wants to go first? So I came out with the string. I came out with the questions, then I have to go first.
See lah, Susan,
I
this is your
even came
fault.
out
Who
with
asked
the
you to give the
Hoya.
string back to Debbie? Yeah.
Okay, then I go first.
Grateful for the Hoya not dying.
Yeah, I love you, Hoya. Please be strong. Okay. The first thing that very grateful for is Isaac can go for his afternoon nap on time so that I
Wow,
can
yay.
come online. Yeah. And today actually really need to be thankful and grateful for is today he's quite well-being. Yeah. Because recently he will behave. Yeah, okay. Will behave. Yeah. Okay. Then because recently I don't know why he will like become like a baby. want me to carry him to the kitchen, then carry him to the washroom, then like baby lor. So I always say that you are a boy and you're no longer a baby. You can walk to the washroom yourself, right? But he just like
No,
don't know why.
I cannot.
But today is very good. Yeah, today cannot. 我不会。
Maybe he wants your
But today
attention.
he's okay. Yeah, maybe
Unlearn.
that's why I will try. So I try to like, okay, I play with him, his toys, everything. Yeah, but
I know
few
why.
days still. Why?
Because you took too long with your thesis. Everybody is
Yeah, I
grumbling,
know.
including
I know you're going to say about my thesis again.
even Isaac also is grumbling already.
I already submitted my thesis. Okay.
Yeah, so you submit, then you know you submit. So now it's his turn to ask for all the sayang, all the affection, right?
Okay, so now is my time
他
to
觉得欠他的有没有？
现在要还债啊。
啊，
Oh, money pay my
因为欠他的
attention pay.
So maybe today I finish the debt so he's very quite good today.
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
not only I think not only Isaac is like that, I think my cat is like that also.
全部都
Lily
信
is
赖
like
的。
that also.
信赖。
Why? My cat is like that lah. She likes to have the so if my cat feels that I neglect her, right, she will give me a lot of problems until I actually go and sit down with her and then talk to her and then sign her until she's satisfied, then she'll leave me alone. Then she don't want me already.
Lily's think that she own everybody. The brother is hers.
Yeah.
The house is also hers. She just let Debbie and Daniel stay in her house. All is hers. She's just very kind.
Today she went to sit in the brother's house.
Oh, okay.
And then when the brother tried to go in, she tried to smack him.
It's my house now.
Yeah, very naughty. The both of them very naughty. Yeah. Okay, back to what the 3 things she is grateful for before she forget.
Thank you.
I know her tactic already. Every time when we change subject, right, she forget.
No,
Then
this is not tactic. This is the problems. Forgetful is a problem.
Oh.
Okay, the second thing is that I found that my the things that I'm grateful for today is all happen in my house, in my like household, everything. Today I managed to prepare the lunch smoothly because recently Isaac also not allow me to go to the kitchen and cook. He says that, Mommy, don't cook. I said,
We
if I
order
don't
out.
cook, then what we are going to eat?
We
Don't
buy
cook,
pizza.
play with me. Yeah, but today I told him that I'm going to make the sushi for the lunch.
So he very
So
happy.
what he says is that, yeah, Mommy, go to kitchen. Mommy, go for the cooking. Yeah, so it's now I know because maybe I prepared.
Ask you to cook. Then the
Yeah,
one
I
you don't
think
want to
so.
eat, tell you don't cook. Oh, clever.
Yeah.
Very clever.
This boy. Yeah. So
Don't tell
very
Charlotte,
grateful
later
that
she
today
start
I
this nonsense also.
Then the third one, okay, grateful for the good weather today. It's
Here
quite
we got good
windy.
weather. Oh,
My hillside is okay leh. Although it's still hot, but it's very windy.
yesterday was very hot.
I thought
Yesterday
today was
was hot.
raining.
Yeah.
I think
Today
early
is raining,
morning
right?
is raining, but now it's not leh. My place is not raining.
Yeah, I guess today's weather is a bit iffy. Like anytime it's gonna continue raining, right? Because it's been grey the whole morning.
I never bring umbrella today.
Oh.
I thought
Maybe
there's
don't
one
say
at
that.
studio.
Is there? Okay. Maybe you
Okay, so I answer my question.
what are you grateful for?
Who, me ah?
Ah.
Okay, I am grateful for our team. I
Hey, that was
think
going to
that
be my
our
answer.
team. Then you don't want to go first lah. How can I help you like that?
Terrible.
You asked me to go first, right? Then now I went first, right? Then you say I stole your answer. Anyway, I think so. I don't care. My answer is the team. I feel that our team is finally on a very good footing in terms of understanding each other, right? In terms of like working together, and hopefully our communications will be better lah from now onwards, right? Because we work remotely a lot, so our communications have to be very important, because if not, right, we end up doing double work sometimes, and also there can be misunderstandings sometimes if we don't clarify our position. So sometimes when we are busy, right, especially uh sometimes our communication isn't that fantastic lah. And then I think that's one area that we have to work on, because our team might be expanding, and so it's better for us to get used to having more people on board. And then when more people come on board, um, we need to adjust how we uh, communicate, as well as how we split the load of work, right? Yeah. So I think we are in a good position as a team right now. So I'm quite happy with our team. And then also we have a lot of projects that we are running, and more so than ever before, right? So I think it's a good time for our team. It's a good time for our team in terms of all the projects, in terms of how we support each other. It's a good time that we are busy, and then we have a lot of things going on. A lot of growth going on in the company, a lot of growth going on in the team. I think that a lot of teams struggle to even get to this point. Yeah. So it's a good thing to have our team reach this point. Mm. I mean, we didn't get here from day one, already got here, right? So we still have to work our way through issues and stuff, right? So for me, that is one uh thing I'm grateful for, right? Another thing that I'm grateful for, I would say, would be my new home. So I have been uh so I waited so many years just to move to this new place. Um and one of the reasons was that our previous home was too noisy and too congested in an area where it's getting too congested in Singapore. So Singapore is a small country, and we don't really have a lot of land. So in fact, we have very little land. So a lot of the living areas are very congested, in the sense that a lot of people live in one area, or in one area there are a lot of households. Yeah. So in some countries that I've been to, everyone is more spread out, and so it's very peaceful. But in Singapore, right, due to the high population density, it's very noisy where I used to live. So moving to my new place, right, has helped me a lot in terms of healing also, because I felt like I couldn't get proper rest at my old house, in my old place. Whereas here, I feel like I finally can sleep properly, you know, after 12 years of being at my old place. So I'm grateful for that lah, because I think it has helped me heal faster. So that is one thing that I'm happy for lah, the new place, and also that the new place is coming together slowly. It's not 100% yet. A lot of people have been asking me like, can I visit? A lot of people have been asking me, are you throwing a housewarming party? I don't think we will have a housewarming party. It will become a COVID party. So I think that's a bad idea. Yeah, I don't want it to become a COVID party. Thank you very much.
Oh dear.
I think everybody also don't want, right? Yeah. So
Share the germs.
yeah. No lah. Thank you very much. Yeah. I don't want to go back to hospital. Thank you. Yeah. Then so basically what we have to do is to finish up the renovation work of this place. We still have some things that are outstanding and some things that are driving us completely bonkers just looking at it. So we rather not talk about them. I think Dan and I are very tired of the whole situation really, because we have been working with this team for the renovation works since September. Yeah, and sometimes I feel like we are chicken talking to duck. Yeah, so we are kind of like, for the moment, right, we decided to just take a break first from them. I mean, yeah lah, we haven't finished everything, but at the same time, right, we need a break from them. So we just we compile a list of things that they haven't finished, and then we just took a pause because it kind of got too stressful for us already. And then both of us, right, because we take turns to talk to the team about the renovation works, or rather Daniel used to do more of it lah, but because he's so fed up with them, right, I also have to take over from time to time. So the both of us are so tired with them, right, we decided to take a pause. Other than that, everything is very, very good with the new place. And then even though my leaseholds are dying and stuff, right, eventually my plant rack will come, and then we can move the Hoyas and move all the plants together. So it's good. Yeah. Okay, so the third thing that I'm grateful for, well, maybe this question shouldn't have three. Maybe should have like just one. The third thing that I'm grateful for is, can I come back to the third thing? Steph, you go first. Okay.
Can. My first answer is the team. Then the naughty side of my brain is like, I should just say I concur with what Debbie said. Then that's my number one. Of course I won't say that. I agree with Debbie that it's been a long time coming, and that growth is not a linear process. And it's also very special to have people that believe in you. This is from my perspective lah. Obviously, Debbie and Susan will have different perspectives. Daniel, hi, if you're listening, Daniel, he also will have different perspectives.
I thought I saw him coming.
But,
no.
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
So I don't know whether he's still here or whether he left ma. I don't know ma. Instagram only tells you when someone comes in, it doesn't tell you when people leave. So anyways,
if not, there'll be like too many notifications, right? Yeah.
Okay. Ding ding ding. How dare they? No, but from my perspective, it's very special to have people that believe in you and what you can do, and they are willing to work with you through tough spots, you know. Yeah. So and also I think like what Debbie said, now we are expanding and a lot of adventures are to come. So that's very exciting and something to look forward to. Yeah. Second thing I'm grateful for is the fact that my husband has finished this large project, and then he will then be able to spend more time with me. Last night was
now you sound like Isaac.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with what Isaac.
Yeah, mommy
don't let
hand in already. So
don't let mommy go into the kitchen unless she making sushi. Then can.
It's like Isaac, it's submit the thesis, then you claim back all the affection. Then this one is finish the project, you claim back all the affection.
Yeah, terrible.
No.
Then yeah, that's my number 2. Then the last one that I have on my list is that I'm grateful that CCTA is going smoothly so far. Making a lot of CCTA 2022 for context. We are starting to plan it, and then we have instructor lineups already. So a lot of things that the public wouldn't see that goes into making this large scale event happen. But so far so good. Very happy. Yeah. So that's something to be grateful for.
Okay, I think I know my third one. My third one is health. Yeah. So my third one is health. So we found out that basically we still don't know what happened to me, right? So they were supposed to follow up, but I don't know why they still haven't sent me a doctor's appointment for the follow up. So we still don't know what's going on. But I think so. I did a lot of reading up after my hospital unplanned hospital stay, right? So I found out that for some people, right, why is their response to the COVID vaccine so different from other people's, or like why do they have it like harder than most people, you know? So I went to read up, and then I found out that it's because of inflammation in the body. So because of that, right, I actually changed my lifestyle, my diet, and everything. Of course, diet and lifestyle is kind of like religion, is very personal. So just take what I'm gonna say with a pinch of salt. If I mean it works for me, but I wouldn't say I know whether it will work for
Miracle
you.
cure.
But it's more of, it's more mindful than anything else lah. You know, it's more about mindfulness, eating mindfully, than about actually turning vegan or not or something lah. You know, so even if you don't think that you'll turn vegan, right, you can still be more mindful when you eat lah, right? So basically, I changed my eating habit, and then I am now about 95% vegan. So I'm the last person I would think to become vegan, because I like my red meat. Although yeah, so I'm not a big eater, but I still like my steak and my whatever, you know. So I never thought that I would be vegan, and I'm actually pursuing the vegan lifestyle, or rather the vegan diet, because I think it reduces my inflammation levels. So the idea is that your body can start to heal itself on its own when you are eating a whole food plant-based diet without oil, or basically the only oil that you can take is low GI, or not say low GI, low inflammatory oils. And then I actually don't even though they say that you can take oil, right, I don't really take a lot of oil anymore at all. So it's almost zero oil. Yeah, so zero oil, low sodium. Some people actually go no sodium, but I think no sodium is not ideal also lah for me, because I feel like I get very lightheaded if I don't have enough sodium in my system. So I still need the salt, right? So stuff like that. And then recently I felt like my energy level has improved. And also because you are mindfully eating, so you are mindfully paying attention to your body and your body's needs. So whenever there are slight changes in your body, right, you tend to feel it, or you tend to be more aware of it. Like when there's any changes in your temperature or in your day to day, right, you will notice it easier. So for me, that has helped me identify like what foods make me feel really sick, for example. And I'm grateful for that, because you know, sometimes when we're busy, right, we just eat anything off, like convenient can already, right? Yeah. So just so that it's convenient, and then you know it gets the job done. You're feeling full. It doesn't mean that it's the best thing for you, you see. And I used to come from a household where basically my mom loves her processed food. So I think I grew up on processed food and that was really damaging. And my mom doesn't know any better at the time. So in a way, right, changing my lifestyle has helped me unlock energy that I never had, or rather I didn't have as much of. So I'm grateful for my health, and then I hope that I can continue this path because it took a long time for me to get to the point of fatigue where I had to actually drag myself to the hospital and stuff, right? So I didn't expect to at this age, right, that I have to begin slowing down and stuff. But I also didn't expect that my recovery will be so fast in the sense that I'm able to regain my energy levels. So last week I actually walked a total of 22 kilometers. And
Oh, very good.
that would not be possible
Good job.
if I didn't change my diet. Yeah. So I'm not saying that all of us should go and walk 20 kilometers lah, but I'm trying to say that it's an improvement from what I had before, which is very low levels of energy. Yeah. So I'm grateful for my health and I hope that, I can continue this lah. Yeah. I was planning to write a blog post about it and also introduce a new Tangle, but I got stuck with the new Tangle, so there's no blog post. Then you have to bear with me and listen to me here.
You start with the name.
No lah, cannot like that.
Reverse engineer the Tangle.
Cannot like that. Yeah. Okay, so shall we go on to the next question, or you all have some comment to make about 20 kilometers or whatever?
Very far
I don't
away.
know.
No, there's this funny story Debbie told me about how like she had the machine, the exercise machine at home.
Oh no,
Then
I
the
don't have it at home. It's downstairs.
Oh, then the Apple Watch tracks like how much exercise you get, but apparently it didn't log her exercise on the machine as distance. So then at the end of the day, it was just 52 meters, like from the kitchen and back to the dining table. Very good. Not very far today. Yeah, so she was telling me, very upset. I exercise so hard, then only 52 meters.
I was actually on the machine for a bit over half an hour.
Then it's like, no, you didn't walk
Half an
anywhere.
hour
You stood
you
in
walk.
one place.
Goodness, yeah. So I don't know what is up with that machine. Yeah, I think maybe I wasn't waving my arms lah. You know, when you walk, there's a momentum, right? So you wave your arms.
Then I was telling her
but
must put the Apple Watch on her ankle. Then when you walk, then you
cannot fit lah. You think how skinny I am?
put rubber band. Then you can yum around.
Yeah. So basically, the machine is like, I think because when you are stepping on the machine, you have to hold right? So you have to hold the handle of the machine. So when you're holding the handle of the machine, your arm isn't moving, right? So therefore, you don't have that walking momentum that the watch tracks, basically. Wow, the both of you draw very fast.
I thought I was using colour pencil, but then I use watercolour for shading.
Yeah, so actually, right, Steph, when she shared the exercise machine thing, right, it was the answer to my next question for myself. So I will be exempted from the next question.
What kind of rubbish?
Because Stephanie
Think for other answer lah.
Huh?
Think other answer.
Okay, you ask you ask first, then we see whether you can use back your answer.
What is something funny that happened recently to you? Stephanie share for me already.
Terrible.
Yeah, so she.
So think for the second one.
不用啦，一个够了啦。
Something funny.
The funniest things
Hmm.
Thank you, Steph. You help me answer.
So
I
awful.
think I don't know if you
There should be
do
I
yourself.
exempted. I told the story.
No, it's my story. I went on the exercise machine for half an hour. And then
So
I walked for
terrible.
52 meters.
2 kilometers.
So Stephanie, help me to answer, to think of my funny things.
Oh, too much.
Then must be fair, what? You help her think, then now you help me think.
No more
Probably your
Tangle
stories
for
to do
you.
with. Probably your stories to do with Isaac. Something funny, Isaac too.
Oh yeah, I
You remember?
remember. Just
Okay,
happened
see, I'm very
yesterday.
smart.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you,
Wow.
Stephanie. Okay, because we bought the IKEA box that keep his toys. So yesterday he bring all his toys out from the box. Then he just sit inside and imagine that it is a car for him. Then he's telling me, "Mommy, don't have wheel, no tire, no wheel, no steering, anything.
The
There's
broken.
nothing is there."
Supposed to
Okay,
imagine
so
lah.
later yeah. Then he tried to imagine, then he tried to move his butt, then make the box moving
Aiyo,
to the other
just step on
side.
the floor.
Then the funniest thing is that when reach his nap time, right? Then he says that he want to sleep inside the box. He
Ah,
actually
He's a mau.
he
so
can't
he's a
fit.
cat
He
also.
can't
He's a mau.
he cannot fit himself inside. So
Must fold the
his
leg,
legs is actually outside. Yeah, fold the
Yo.
legs, then legs is outside, hanging outside. Then he says he want to sleep. Then I just okay, you want to sleep. Then I just take a small pillow then to support his
Really
neck.
a mau.
Then I
Yeah,
later
man.
I share the photo with you. It's so cute. Then he just stuck inside, then playing his finger. Then I thought that maybe it's just for a while. Then end up I thought, how come so quiet? Then he really fall asleep inside. Then I have to
funny.
carry him to the bed. Yeah.
Yo, want leave him inside.
So anything he can play, even a box.
I think at this age, right, as in 3 to 4 years old, right, they can sleep anywhere one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can sleep anywhere. It's whether they want or not.
Yeah, true. Whether they want or not.
It's like my cat, I can sleep anywhere, whether they want or not. So Stephanie,
Okay, so who's next? Stephanie?
so
Yeah,
Stephanie,
it's
what
me.
is something funny that happened recently to you? You help us answer already, then your own.
So awful, I cannot.
Hey, you answer for us, not that we force you to answer one.
She guide
Then
us
now
to
you
our
offer
answer.
他要帮人家 after that then 不可以接受没人帮他。
Well, I have a story about Charlotte, but I don't know whether it's funny. It's just like a slice of life kind of story.
Cannot, must be
It was-
funny. The question is
Yo.
funny.
Funny recently.
And then you are telling Charlotte's story. It's not your story.
Yeah. Charlotte got a lot of weird things that she do. But I understand because I'm also weird. So, well, recently my husband adopted this cat. And her name is Luna. She's a calico cat. And then
That's not calico.
it's calico. She got white fur on her stomach.
I
You
thought that's
sound like Emmett.
tortoise shell.
Tortoiseshell is the split color one. Then you got white. It's called calico.
But she's not calico leh. The other.
She is. She got tom fur. It's white color one. Alex also says she not calico. She tortoiseshell.
My two meow meow also got tom fur. Wow.
But they're all white ma. They're not tortoiseshell color ma. Anyways, not a point. Point of the story is not about this. Okay, whatever she is. I'm just trying to create a description in people's head. So Luna is 2 years old. She's very playful and she is very vocal about what she likes and she doesn't like. And then we recently discovered that she does feel like no, I think Dilys is more of a Charlotte. Luna not really. Dilly's
What?
personality is Charlotte's personality.
Uh-huh.
Luna
Oh, yeah,
very
that's true.
sassy.
They even like the same color.
Yeah. Luna is not. She's a lot more spicy than Charlotte is. Then Luna, we recently discovered that Luna likes to bite people's toes if you have your feet under a blanket. So in the middle of the night, you'll be like turning around your bed. Then suddenly she jump out on the bed, your toe. And then you wake up, you're like, what's going on? And then she's like, oh, they're awake. Then she run away. And then I always have to scold her. Then you're like half awake. Luna, why you do that? Stop it. So yeah.
This is why you cannot have cats in your bedroom.
Yeah, but it's the reason for that is because we have a second cat, my cat Mimi, who has opened.
That's your first cat, not a second cat.
Yeah.
Oh,
As in a second
I
cat.
feel so sad.
As in
I feel so sad for Mimi. You have another cat. How about that?
oh my god. We have a first cat, Mimi, and then we got Luna. So Luna cannot have free roam of the house because we must integrate them together. Otherwise, they will want to murder each other. So what I mean by second cat is that I introduced everyone to Luna first. So the second cat is in this story.
No, your other cat.
My other cat, okay.
Yeah.
So my other cat. So yeah, that's why Luna is hanging out in the bedroom with us. Otherwise, she should be left outside with the two cats at night. With the two cats being together at night, and they can hang out. But we're working towards that. So hope for the best. Hope that they can like each other. Okay, that's my answer.
How is that funny?
She bite your
Then you got
toe.
laugh?
So bad. I help you all think of stories.
Susan's thinking whether is it worthwhile to do the sourdough.
Start an argument. Yeah.
No, Susan is
This is not funny, but it's scary. In the midnight, sleepwalk way.
Chom, what's that?
Susan think it's a demon in the house.
That will bite your toe.
Yeah.
This demon got very specific likes.
So you must wash your feet at night. If not, a demon
Yeah.
can't bite your toe.
Exactly.
Maybe make it 臭臭 lah. Then when he bite the next time, he will stop it.
他可能就是喜欢臭嘞。
Oh, okay.
For international listeners, 臭臭 means smelly. So they're saying if you have smelly feet, then maybe the demon won't like your feet.
Yeah, so your feet. So it's a backhanded compliment, Steph. Your feet smell better than your husband's feet. Get it?
Oh, like that one. Okay.
That's
okay.
why she goes for your husband's feet lah.
It's terrible.
Right or not? Logical.
But really, then two nights ago, she slept next to my feet. She didn't bite anybody. So it was quite interesting. When 3 nights ago, she had
cleaner than your husband's feet. What has your husband been doing? Never wash feet.
Alex kena beaten. Then after I told him, maybe it's because you sleep to the outside, whereas I sleep closer to the wall. So when Luna is hanging out in the room, then your feet are the one that she sees, so she bite your feet. Then after that, he very frustrated, so he got out of bed. He said, I'm going to start like my day already, you don't want to sleep already. Then Luna started going after my feet. Then after that, I'm like, your cat is going after my feet. She's like, oh, so it's only a problem when she bites my feet, when your feet lah. When she bites my feet, it's not a problem. Then I'm like, yeah. So I only got upset because Luna got bite my feet also.
But it's his cat what?
She dislikes everyone's feet equally.
I don't think it's dislike. I think she's playing.
I thought Alex maybe it's because he's like a small child, like the baby, right, when you hide behind like a blanket, then they don't know that you're there. So it's like object permanence, I think is what it's called. Then you like remove the blanket from your face, then you go peekaboo, then you're here, then they're very surprised. So maybe like Luna also don't understand that when the feet is covered, it's still feet.
Playful.
What? She just stop biting you when you train it out of her terrible habit to have. Okay, Debbie, what's your next question? What's your next question?
Although it's not very funny,
so bad.
For the sake of Alex feet.
For the sake of Alex feet.
Yeah, for the sake of Alex feet. Okay, there's 2 more questions.
Yes. So many. Oh, you have 5.
Both are equally hard.
Yo, can I have 4 questions or not?
Cannot.
Yeah, minus
Why
one.
very long?
You see how
Discount one.
we do for time.
Oh my gosh.
You pick number 3 or number 4?
Yo, Susan, you pick. I don't want to pick. Ah, I looked up and I
3.
saw your tile. So nice.
Number
Love
3.
your tiles.
Okay. This one can be potentially a very long question. So that's why if let's say we run out of time, right, then the last question will go to next week. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Do you find joy in life? How do you find joy in life? Do you have tips for our listeners? So I repeat because Stephanie in the right, I don't know whether you can hear. Do you find joy in life? How do you find joy in life? And do you have tips for our listeners?
I have the answer.
Oh, so fast.
Wow, very good.
Okay. The first question is yes. Okay. I found the joy in life. Then I think count your blessing is something that very important. Like just now, the first question that Debbie asked about for today, what you are gratitude for, what are grateful for, is something that we need to remind ourselves to
That's the
to
second
think back.
question.
A second, Oh, okay, okay.
The first question is apple and orange.
Apple, orange.
Oh, okay.
Find joy
I
in
thought
apple.
the one the food and the fruits make me think of our casual chatting. Yeah. Okay.
These two are.
Okay. No matter what is the question that we answered today, okay? The second question. So
Okay, then.
we need to identify or to recognize the things that we are grateful for, to like instead of thinking of what we lack of or what we do not have, we are trying to change a little bit to think of what I have, what I have today.
So to summarize, this is your advice already to the.
Yeah.
Okay. So but how do you yourself or you skip to the advice you yourself don't practice it?
It's the same, right?
It
The
can be
tips
the same
and how
and it also can be different.
for mine is the same.
偷懒的
But it's the same one. Okay. Or how? Okay. For myself, just like of course, when we are in the frustration, the mode that is not very good, right? It's hard for us to remember that. Oh, I need to recognize or get something that I'm grateful for, because you are so stressed and so angry. It's hard. But when you are coming down, or maybe before you take your meal, maybe you just take few minutes to think of, okay, when I wake up, then what are things that happen then? Is it something that I need to grateful for? Of course, when you wake up, is something that is a very big thing to grateful for. Because some people, maybe they sleep then just never wake up. So this is something that when you count your blessing, then you found that you have a lot of things, you have a lot of resource and a lot of blessing in your life. Yeah, so this will make you feel happy.
Okay,
Then the other thing is that oh, sorry, the airplane just okay. The other thing is that something that I learned from my neurographical, one of the instructor she shared with us is that normally people will say that I have a goal, that what I want to achieve, then I will see a result. Then what she mentioned is about that the goal doesn't equal to the result. Okay, the result is the final result that we can see. But the goal is something that in between. What's your goal? Okay, if let's say I want to have 1 million in my bank, the money, so that one is the result I want to see. But what's your goal? And normally the goal will lead you to something that is greater. is very great one. For example, I want the happiness. Maybe you think that having the 1 million will make you happy. But is that so? Maybe when you got the 1 million, you are not happy also because you are looking for the 2nd million. So maybe for in order to make you happy is not necessarily the 1 million, the money, but they might have other things. So the goal is that along the way, before you reach your result, you must find your many goals in the process to make you enjoy this path. So like counting our blessing is something like the process. Because you cannot reach get your result maybe tomorrow or next month, but you still have every day that make you happy, something that will make you happy. So this is something that we need to. Otherwise, if you just look at the result, then you're like, oh, today I cannot be happy because my result is not is not come to me yet. So it's a waste for your everydays.
So in a way, you are saying that you need to learn how to be contented also lah. Because if you got $1 million, right, and you are not contented, you also you will not be happy because you'll still be looking for another $1 million, right?
Yeah. But be contented is quite general. So when people saying that how to be contented, so this is the way that you recognize your what you have today, to be gratitude what you already have is the way that then you will find that I have a lot.
Okay, I think my answer is a bit similar to Susan's answer. My answer is, do I find joy in my life? Yes, I do find joy in my life. How is by actually living a very mindful day-to-day life. When I say very mindful day-to-day life, right, I actually spend so I sleep around 10:30 every night or 11 every night. So I sleep early. And then right, when I wake up, right, sometimes I'm up at 6, or maybe 6:30 or something like that. But usually I wake up very early. And usually I clear a lot of work by lunchtime so that I can have a less stressful afternoon. Usually. Of course, sometimes it doesn't, especially when we are busy, right? We can't really say no to the clients that come in or whatever. But generally speaking, I operate like that. So usually my mornings are very busy one. I think Steph knows. Usually when I'm working, right, my mornings I will try and brush and then do everything so that I have like I can actually unwind a bit more later in the day. I do this so that I can be mindful. Because when you are rushing for work or when you are busy, right, it's harder to be mindful. And then when you are mindful, right, you start to be able to process what your body is going through, what you feel at that moment, who you are with at that moment. Sometimes, because Steph has been coming over to work from my place as well sometimes, for some of the projects that we work on. And when she's at my place, right, I think she also noticed that sometimes I'm ready to talk to her, but she's not ready to talk to me. Because her mind is like very busy with work, right? But I am trying to talk to her about her self-development, for example, and she's not ready lah. So sometimes, right, I'm not saying that she's not a mindful person. She can be a mindful person, but because of the emotional state she's in or the state of rushing for work she's in, right, she sometimes not at that point where she wants to talk about other things other than work. And that's normal. That's everybody. So sometimes when we are rushing, we may forget to check in, like have a quick check, about how I'm feeling now or what am I thinking now. Am I processing things well, or maybe I am feeling stuck in a certain area, So a lot of times, not just Stephanie lah, but I also forget when I'm busy to process my feelings. So one of the ways to find joy in your life, right, is to actually identify the stuff that makes you happy as well as the stuff that makes you upset. Not to amplify what is making you upset, but to sort of put a value, to what it is, as well as how you feel, and the kind of experience that makes you want to continue feeling like feeling happy. So for example, there can be many things that make us happy, right? But it could be harder to get, like maybe you have to buy something or you have to go out to get something, right? But what about the small things that are actually in our home? Just now Susan said something like, all the happy things that made me happy this week are all in my home. Do you hear that just now? When Susan was sharing, yeah. So a lot, it shows that she's a very mindful person because, right, she doesn't need material things to be happy. She doesn't have to be in a shop or in a on tour traveling or somewhere else to be happy. She has found happiness where she is. And that is something that is the mark of a mindful person because, you see, we can't all change our circumstances. Not all of us can live in Hawaii, or not all of us can live in like ideal, I don't know, maybe Hawaii is not the place for some people, maybe it's Iceland for some people, I don't know. But you see, not all of us can live in the place of our dreams, right?
I think
But
if
we
you're
all live somewhere.
I think if you're
What?
sad, the way I explain it to my mom, I say I always feel like I want to run away. But what I've learned over the years is even if I run away to Italy and I have a holiday, I'll just be sad in Italy. You can't run away from your problems because you have your own habits, right? Your habits cause the problems that you have in life. So even if you choose to move to another country or to so-called run
Excuse
away
me,
from your
this is not
problems.
going to discount you from your answer later, okay? So you help
I
me to
know.
reply doesn't mean that you exempted, I give
Then
warning first,
how come you get exempt? So that's not fair,
That's not the
Susan.
whole story, leh.
Susan, I want a refund.
Yeah,
No refund.
so basically where I'm going with this, right, is that if let's say you practice a bit of mindfulness every day, right, gradually like you have more and more things to be grateful for, you feel that you have more and more reasons to be alive, right, and then you slowly add value to your life in that manner. Yeah, and of course at the same time you also must take stock of who you let in into your life, right? Of course, if your life is surrounded by a lot of nasty people, then you need to make new friends lah. I mean, it's a hard truth. Like you grow up and then you're like 40 years old or 50 years old or something, and then you realize that all my friends are like horrible people actually. And I came to a similar conclusion one day when I was in my 30s. The exact same conclusion that actually all my friends, right, are quite horrible people. They lie, right? Some are cheating on their spouse or something like that. And there are people who are like that, and there are people who are surrounded perpetually by this type of people who are not living mindfully. You can't expect yourself, right, to be happy if you don't take care of your mental health, right? So if you don't be mindful, right, you can't expect yourself to be happy in the long run, right? If you depend on material things only to make you happy, then it's impossible lah. Because if you buy something that makes you happy, then every time you got to buy something to be happy, right? But what if you can't find anything to buy, or what if well, I don't think you can don't find anything to buy lah. There's so many shops, right? But you just have to keep on pumping money into something that only makes you happy for like half a day or something, right? Or 1 week, right? So in a way, right, being mindful is one of the first keys to being happy and finding joy in life, right? And also like surrounding yourself with people who actually care about you. And of course, if you are carrying trauma from the past from past relationships or past people, right, then you also need to take stock so that they don't impact on the current relationships that you have. Yeah. Okay, Stephanie, you can answer your question now.
I think that my life has gotten better and better each year. So if I were to compare myself Currently I'm 27. 10 years ago, I was miserable. Yeah. So if you say, do I find joy right now? Yeah, of course. I find more joy each day than I did in the past. So that's something I'm very grateful for. How do I find joy in life?
Harass Debbie.
And Susan. I got two people to harass. Very good. I remember attending this online course. It's one of Yale's most popular course. It's called the Science of Well-being. So the course, I think it's by this, I forgot who it was by, who is the teacher, but basically it teaches you like basic things about happiness, but it's things that are worth repeating. And I remember one of the things that the professor mentioned in the course was that knowing is one thing, but actually doing these things that she's saying will lead you to greater happiness is quite the other thing. So you can logically know that getting enough sleep is good for your mental well-being. You can know that exercising is good for your mental well-being. You can know that interacting with other human beings in a meaningful way is beneficial to your overall well-being. But doing those things takes effort, and so knowing and doing is two separate things. But I think if you need a refresher on like the basics of mental wellness, it is a good course to be a part of. It's free and you can find it online. And I think one of the things recently that I found helpful for myself is meditating. So just taking some time out of the day to just sit down
To
and chill
Skype.
out. Yeah, to Skype, yes. To Skype. But it's
Yeah, we have this
Skyping
inner
for
joke. So we have this joke that Stephanie needs to Skype at least half a day.
yes. Otherwise feel very stressed though lah. But it's important to take time also for yourself also lah. Let me see whether I can find out who is by poor professor. No name to the professor.
See, it's not a really difficult question, what?
Laurie Santos. Okay, there we go. So Yale professor.
See, it's
Laurie
not
Santos.
a very difficult question because
It's not.
we are mindful individuals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I say meditation, also I don't mean like you have to. A lot of people think like, oh, you have to empty your mind, sit still, and do nothing. You can find like a meditation practice that works for you. So for some people, it's Zen Tangle, where like your hands are doing something. For some people, it's yoga. Some people, it's like mindful breathing. For some people, they like guided meditation. So, find what works for you and do that. Or even if like you just sit down for like, I don't know, 2 minutes and take stock of your day. That's also helpful as well, as long as you're taking time, for yourself. Yeah. Okay. Is that
So
all?
actually, we have time for one last, right?
Okay. I was gonna say like, is that the whole part of the question? Because did I miss out any
No,
parts to it?
because actually, right, the other question is related to this one also,
Two
Because
parts to this.
okay, so let me just explain why I think it's related by giving you the next question, which is a related question. It's not very far-fetched, and I think we can finish together. So the next question is actually, do you think there's meaning to your life, and what it is, and what is it, basically? So actually, right, when you start to find joy in your life, right, you will start to find meaning also, ma. So it's related, lah. Hello?
Yeah. No, thinking. Hold on. Hello.
Skiving.
Skiving as meditating. Meaning to my life.
Yeah, so
I think.
I have found.
Okay, you go ahead.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
I have found that the both of us, Steph and I, I think when I met Steph again first met Steph when she was 19, and then we communicated online for the longest time, and then finally when I saw her again was a short while after she had Charlotte in 2018. Right, Steph?
Correct.
Yeah. So at that point in time, she was going through postpartum
Yeah.
depression. A lot of the things
No
that she
joke.
told me then, right, she cannot remember now already.
One of trauma response. Well done.
It's not. No, it's not. It's kind of like the hormones after pregnancy also.
One of the side
Yeah,
effects of
so
depression
after,
actually is also amnesia as well. A lot of people don't know that.
I think yours was triggered off by the pregnancy hormones lah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because I don't think you were ever so.
Relatively.
I mean, it wasn't a kind of a logical state of mind, you see, at that point in time. It was really hormonal driven. She will call me up and she'll be crying. And then it's like, I find out why she's crying, and it's because she doesn't like Charlotte at 2 months old, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's not a logical, yeah, so there's no cause for it, is what I'm trying to say, other than hormonal, you know. Because she logically, she knows that the 2-month-old is not going to do anything, right? Except eat, sleep, and poop, right? Yeah, so that's a 2-month-old lah. Huh? What?
Unfortunately.
I mean, that's a normal state of human being. What? Everybody goes through 2 months old before they get to 3 months old, 4 years old, 5 years old, and so on, right? You can't skip that step, right? Yeah. So I guess when a person can find joy in her life, right, and find meaning to her life comes easier when the person is able to find joy. So I think that these two questions are related because a lot of people don't realize that there's a causal link. Like when you find happiness, you tend to find meaning, and then you kind of like it kind of bounces off each other, you know. Yeah. So I think that there is meaning in my life. What my purpose or the meaning is to me, right, is that I think that my purpose in being here is to look after people. Yeah. So from the time that I was born, right, I was born into a family that is very traditionally Chinese. So very Asian, very close-knit family, quite a big family actually. And I was the oldest grandchild. So I always thought that it was my duty to look after people. And also even if I didn't want to look after people, my uncles and aunties as well as my grandparents expected me to care for my younger cousins. And so because of that upbringing, right, I always had this thing where I look out for people. So in a way, as much as I like it, I also resent it. Does that make sense? It's kind of like you have this love-hate relationship with the thing, but you kind of accept it also, that that's part of your life. So for me, I like to look after people, but then I also don't like to look after people. And I think that has been something that I've been doing all my life. So when I partnered Stephanie, I never expected that I have to look after her also lah, you know. Yeah, in a way lah, because our age gap is so big, right? Yeah, so eventually it occurred to me that she needs a lot of guidance in a lot of other things that, you know, even she didn't know that she needs guidance sometimes. And I also didn't expect to be the one helping her with certain things. So, of course, there are other people that I have helped also. It's just that because this live show, there's Stephanie, right? So, yeah, so it's easier to talk about Stephanie lah. Yeah. Not to pick on her, but in a way, right, if she had opened up herself to someone else, or someone who is more deceiving or deceptive, right, I think it could have headed down south very fast. And I think recently when we reflect, right, Steph and I, we also came to the conclusion that, you know, yeah, what is it about me that you trust? You know, why do you trust me? Right? Yeah. Yeah. Why do you choose me to con? That's the flip side to the question. Why do you choose me to con? Yeah. So the meaning in my life, right, right now is that we are building a future together for Steph and I, for our team and I, for the team now basically, and then for the kids involved in this team as well. And the cats involved in this team as well.
Kids and cats.
Yeah. Kids, cats, plants, food. And then,
That's about it.
well, basically my life kind of like revolves around the theme also lah. So I think it has added in terms of meaning to my life lah. Because I never thought that I will be, for example, like rushing to do accounts and then, you know, like all of these things, you see. Yeah. Yeah. So that is the meaning that I have now. But of course, at the same time, I also caution that your meaning cannot be somebody else. Because if that person goes away, or that person dies, or that person leaves, you will have to pick up from scratch, and it's very painful. Yeah. So your entire meaning, so the meaning of your entire life cannot be one person. Does that make sense? As much as you love the person lah. Even if it's your child. Yeah.
Or if they respond in a way that you didn't think they would respond, then you'll be disappointed.
Susan very quiet.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, she purposely avoiding. 不要叫我.
Not avoiding, still thinking.
Okay, then I go
Okay,
next.
Actually,
continue
for
to think.
this, okay, you go first.
Yeah.
For me, I think you will find greater happiness if, like, I think it's slightly similar to what Debbie said. I found greater happiness in being of service to my community. So when you have something bigger than yourself to work towards, I think that gives more meaning to what you are doing, rather than just going through the motions of life. So for me, it's servitude, I guess.
Cannot be 冇用.
Yeah, cannot be useless, exactly.
Cannot be useless. Cannot be 冇用. Cannot be 没用.
I think also
不可以没用.
maybe it's a millennial thing. I remember having a discussion with some of my husband's cousin. They were saying like millennials now, very difficult for them to stick to one company, because when you ask them what is it that you want from the company, they say like, oh, I want to have greater purpose in my life. But then companies very often, it's an abstract thing, right? Like greater purpose. So a lot of companies like struggle to keep millennial staff, because it's like they want to have greater purpose, but how do we provide greater purpose to them?
No, but it must come from yourself, what?
Yeah.
You can't have someone decide what your greater purpose is, what?
I guess they
Right
want to they want their work to mean something, you know.
Yeah,
Whereas,
but you see, if you don't feel that your work means something, then how does someone else give you meaning to the work? You also have to attach your own meaning, what? In a way, it's also a personal fight, right?
fair enough.
Yeah.
And it's also very personal to each individual, right? Because what some person might think like, yeah, what I do has meaning, but you give the same work to another person, they're like, huh, I do this for what?
Yeah, so you see, when we started hiring interns, right? A lot of people ask us what's the job scope. Do you remember? And then I always reply that, you know, the job scope, it depends on what you want to do. And then a lot of people get so stumped by that, like they never heard of it before. Yeah, so we have some people who come to us, eager to work with us on internship basis, right? And they think that we have something cut out for them already. But my point is, I can cut out something for you, but will that make you happy? Will that make you fulfilled? And then you will come away from the internship not being fulfilled, which is the last thing that I want. Yeah. Okay, Susan, you.
When you ask this question, right, what is in my mind is that I'm thinking of what kind of role in my life. Then I found that I'm like a student and teachers in my life. I quite enjoy to being a role of a student and learn something that is I find that is interesting, or maybe is to me I think that is worth to learn that. So this is something that no matter how old I am, I'm still want to be a student and to learn something new. Then after I learned, I wish that I can share this to other people. So as a teacher's role, that I can share to more people. So I think this is two roles that it keep appear in my life. And actually, I think I remember that last time in my primary school, the teacher like to ask us that what you want to be when you grown up. Then I remember that I just anyhow write teachers. I want to be a teacher. Then slowly, then I tell myself that I realize that I cannot be a teacher because like the teacher, what I mean is that in the school teachers, because you need to repeat the same syllabus, same content to different classes. To me, it's like, I cannot keep repeating the same thing. But who knows? After a few years, then when I service in my church to become a Sunday school teacher, then he's a teacher also. So then in the end, then become.
Right?
Yeah, but last
Many
time
times.
when we talk about teachers, we will think of the school teachers, yeah. But nowadays, a lot of people can be a teacher, yeah.
Many ways.
So many ways, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even in the home setting, you are also teaching Isaac.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that
The
one is
people,
also
the
another.
people normally they will say that the parents is the first teachers for the kids. Yeah.
Yeah. And also very important, because you are there with the child most of the time. Even if the child see a teacher, right? The child has to go home eventually. Right.
But the fact is that for the school teachers, they went through the training to how to become a teachers. But for parents, there is no mandatory, no compulsory, no license, So we are learning along the way. So yeah.
This is very interesting subject that you just brought up. Last time when I was back in uni at that time, right? They started this course for mothers,
Not for mothers only.
Oh,
It's like at university, so learn how to be a mother,
For mother only.
oh,
Then the
very
father
good.
don't need to
Yeah,
parent.
then
For the father there?
Throw
so
it.
I was thinking at that time, like, you cannot possibly just certify the mother, right? Then the father, so who is the one doing the certifying? That means if you are a professor, are you a mother? Then what if the professor got no children? Then you're not a mother, what? Then how you certify people becoming a mother? So this question, right, is a very good question, and then I thought about it a very long time, right? Then I thought to myself, that actually, if you are born with a good mom, like Susan born with a very good mom, Stephanie born with a very good mom, right? Well, then you don't have to go for this course. But then for people like me, with no mother, right? I lost my mom at a very young age, right? And my stepmom is also very young, right? Then what is so people like me will have to go lah? Is it? Does that make sense?
But
Yeah.
some
So
people have good
how
mother,
do
then
you?
they turn out very terribly, then how?
Yeah. Yeah. Got
Yeah.
such
So
people
my point is
also.
correct. So my point is
Who
how does
who is it
this?
for?
Then what if I go to this course? Then I still a very bad mother, right? So my point is that
Money back not
like,
guaranteed.
yeah, you cannot teach this kind of thing, right? It's kind of like, then what if I'm a very good mother but the father is horrible? Yeah. So that's something that I thought about when I saw that there was such a course lah. It's like how to be a
But I
good
think
parent.
this kind of courses remind me about the pre-marriage course that we attend. Because for Catholic in Malaysia, I'm not sure in Singapore,
Singapore also
but I
have.
think maybe it's similar.
Have.
Yeah, we have a compulsory. If you want to have your wedding in the church, right, you have to attend the pre-marriage course. So I think that one is that it doesn't guarantee you to have a perfect marriage. It doesn't guarantee you to be a good spouse or parents, but it's kind of like prepare you
It's like
to
the birth
yeah
courses lah. It's not say you will have a
yeah
smooth birth experience, but we at least make sure that
yeah
you know these things.
yeah just a
You
mental
see,
preparation for you lah.
okay, then I want to say something is very unfair. Why is it that for marital premarital causes you have the husband and the wife? Why is it for pregnancy causes you only have the mother?
Oh,
Where's the
now,
father?
now.
Now they have both, right?
Yeah,
I
now
saw
now. Yeah. Then why is it
last time.
in the university there's only a motherhood course? Where's the
Because
father?
last time got
So
patriarchy.
it's a lot of it is very racist, right? I'm not very racist, very sexist.
Sexist.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
sexist, right or not?
Last time,
Yeah, and then of course in
parenting
the US
scenes.
where same sex marriages are legal, then they'll say, oh, and then two mothers go or two
Very
fathers
good.
go.
Very good.
Yeah, so a lot of this is kind of like causes you to think about society today, right?
We are progressing.
To
Now
what?
it's no
I would say
longer
that we are progressing lah, but to what? Mm.
to equality lah. To the idea that if you are a parent, then both parents should be responsible. It's not just one or the other.
Actually, I don't dare to say that we're progressing in Singapore. It's
Yeah,
a very
Singapore a bit iffy.
yeah. Singapore, I dare not say I mean, we are
Singapore had
progressing. We
that.
are always progressing, but we are. I don't know which direction we are progressing.
Singapore, I think they had that Dad for Life government, what's it called, initiative. There we go. Couldn't think of the word. Yeah, where like they try to like get fathers more involved in the kids' life. So okay lah, everything one step at a time.
Wow, how did we progress to talking about dads for life from? Do you think there's meaning in your life?
That's a part of life. It's okay.
Well, it better be, right? You know how you are even born.
So okay lah, not that far fetched lah. From the
So you
apples
need
and oranges to the Hoya, that one a bit of a stretch.
no, my point is that you need a father to be born, what?
Mm.
As in you still need the egg to be fertilized, right? How are you born without the egg being fertilized? Yeah, so this is becoming a biology session.
Question. Would you all want to share your tiles?
You talk first about your
I
child.
see
I don't know what I'm doing with mine.
I see Susan very hardworking. I look up then suddenly got 3 tiles already done. I'm like, wow, so nice.
Her tile so small.
But she draw a lot of things inside leh.
No matter how you draw, it's still a cheesy leh. The size is fixed leh.
Okay. Next week we learn from her. We do 3Z also.
Yo, then next week everybody doing cheesy ah.
Can. It's like a little
玩透的这个。
a little discussion of
No lah, I
how
think
each
very
about
boring.
cheesy.
Can you imagine everyone doing cheesy, then like no variety. Okay, never mind. You all do the cheesy stuff. I will do other tiles.
I don't think she's going to do cheesy again. Here's my tile, the round tile that I did. So it was a J.
I think Isaac woke up.
Yeah, I also think so. It's like going first. And then the circle I made into a little gold gem because there was already gold there to begin with. And then I shaded using watercolors. And then I added this background part was actually shaded using the matte. I keep forgetting its name. The Pit Graphite Matte pencil in the shade 14B. Yeah. So added a little bit of dark shading, make it look nice, but the rest of the shading was all watercolors. And then working on another tile. This one was because 7.5R Challenge is currently hosting the fortnightly theme with the color Yodeling Yellow. So I did a yellow tile and I'm just working on it with some other tangles. Yeah. Debbie, what about you?
I regret putting my string down in pencil because I think erasing on magicals is not fun.
Yeah, it rubs away some of the sparkle, right?
Yeah, and the colours also because it's pigment, right? Yeah, so I don't like using pencils on a tinted background with magicals. Yeah. I have two tiles. So one of my tiles is a magical tile that I think Stephanie tinted, and then she didn't write what it was, so I don't think we know what it is. Um, it's just magicals lah, but we don't know the color lah.
It's summer
And
break, then I
then
anyhow put.
I don't think so that the green is not.
I then I
So
layer
let
extra
me try
colours on
and
top.
hold it up. Yeah, so I don't think it's summer break because summer break doesn't have this green. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's summer break actually. Or maybe the pink and the yellow is summer break, but the rest are not. So I actually shaded with Derwent Intense. So I have my small set today and I'm not going to bring out the big one. So I just have 12 colors. So 12 colors. This is the tile for my late mom, my natural mom. And then I have a black tile. I have a black tile for my stepmom in her initials. So for my mom, I use her entire name Doris as a string, and some parts of it went into the tangles, but some parts of it didn't, so I had to erase it off, and then I think I took out some of the mica. So this one is a black and white tile with white jelly roll pen. So I used a 08 and I actually layered can you see? Yeah, I actually layered. I think I have to hold it up because of the lighting. But this part here is actually it's actually a fuchsia sort of pink. Yeah. And then some of the blue doesn't show up. So I think I probably have to take a photo just to make it more obvious. Yeah. So I have two tiles and then I'm trying to think which one I should continue working on, like for my reel. So usually after our live shows, I will actually produce a reel as well, just to have it stay on my feed and commemorate the tile. That's my way of being mindful. Yeah.
Susan's still not back.
What is the tangle that you are using, Steph, in your yodeling yellow tile?
I know that this is Bosch. This is Tunnel Vision. I think this is called Fanfare, the radial tangle.
Is it?
I think so. I went on so while you guys were like answering it, I went on MasterQuell on my laptop to go and sort of see
Oh.
what tangles I could use. So I just clicked through, then sort of like tried to figure out what tangles looked interesting. So that's not so same. Okay, anyways, hopefully Susan will be back.
If you paired Del Y with Amianne,
No.
right, what will you get? Yeah, I'm curious.
The
I think you
Mayan.
should try. Yo. M-E-Y.
Why? It's like the joke that you made about
What?
It's like the joke that you made about if your family name is How, you cannot name your child Annie because they become anyhow.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You cannot name
Don't
you cannot
know
name the
how.
person So as well.
So how?
So how?
Don't know how. Yeah. So a recording of this session will actually be made available on our Instagram at 7forest5rivers and also on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/the/7f5r studio. You can find the finished tiles that we've created on all of our Instagrams. So Debbie can be found at tangle.pursuits, Susan is at susanyo.ctt, and I am at halfpen_wilddraw. We have
Yeah.
weekly
So I think we should close for Susan as well, like to summarize her tiles. So she
I
actually
don't
did
know.
like 3 cheesy tiles, right?
Yeah. Cannot see
Yeah, so
though,
she
the other
did
two.
3 cheesy tiles, and she actually used the initials of her mom-in-law as well as her mom.
And herself also.
Yeah, so she has like a third one.
Yeah.
I think that's the third one that you see on screen.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So cute.
Would you like to close that?
Yeah, sure. So we stream every Wednesdays and also on Mondays. So Wednesdays live streams actually follow the prompts on 7F5R Challenge group on Facebook. You can visit this link to find it, or you can just search 7F5R Challenge in your search bar. You need to answer a few security questions so that we know that you're not a bot. But other than that, you can just come in and hang out and see everyone's beautiful artworks and also post your own tiles if you would like to join in the fun. On Mondays, we have a live stream as well. This coming Monday, there won't be one. It's every alternate Monday. So it will only happen 2 weeks from now. But if you follow 7F5R Studio on Instagram at 7 Forests 5 Rivers, we actually post stories leading up to the days when we are streaming live. And of course, if you can't join us live, you can always watch the recordings of these sessions. Yeah. We hope to see you again next week, Wednesday, 2:45 p.m. Singapore time. And yeah, you can hang out and tangle along with us if it's a comfortable timing for you. Thank you so much for joining us. Debbie, do you want to
Thank
say
you.
anything?
Not really, but yeah, thank
Don't
you
say
for
anything.
watching. Yeah, so she puts me in a spot, right? Just when I thought that, oh yeah, we can say
You
bye.
finished.
Well, thank you for watching, and we are very thankful that we've actually hit 200 followers on YouTube. I think Steph
100
mentioned.
subscribers.
Yeah. So if you're watching us from YouTube, a big thank you to you.
Yay.
We didn't expect that people would want to listen to us, and we talk a lot.
Rambo, yes.
We talk too much. Yeah. So if you have questions or if you want us to talk about anything in particular, you can also write to us through the comments or private message us. Yeah. So thank you again for watching us.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.